Hey guys, I am back with another Oracle deck unboxing video. So this is the Angel Number Oracle deck, a 50 card deck and guidebook by the Pulp Girls. Got some fun like confetti holographic on the front here, and I'm really excited to get into this. I love numerology. I think that's one of like the staples of my personal practice. I got into it when I first started going through my spiritual awakening and getting into all of this stuff. And when I was also looking at decks online, I saw the like the publisher for this, they like one of their pictures they had was like some cards from the deck, and they had 427 on it, which is my birthday, and so I just took that as a sign that this was a deck meant for me and my page. And here we are. So really excited to get into this. I think numerology is an awesome thing to explore and unpack, and I think it can do a lot for readings, whether it be oracle or tarot readings. I think inviting numerology into it in any form or fashion can always help. It's all based on numbers. Math is the language of the universe. So there we go. Very cute art style on here. Reminds me a lot of like Mystic Mondays and like that deck. Oh, the artwork inside is like a lot different. Very cool, but it may be a good companion deck with it too. So I like the inside of the box a lot. Very sturdy too, magnetic clasp, which is nice. Gonna get into, ooh, oh my god, I love that back for it, super cute. So this is the guidebook for it. We're gonna flip through this first before we get into the cards. So it's got little introduction here. Ooh, little numerology 101, so just kind of what the base numbers mean, which is nice. So if you're just getting into this stuff and want to learn, this could be a good book to work with. Little visualizations. Oh, and oh my god, oh, I love this. So what the symbols mean and the colors too. Very nice. During the reading, I'll kind of like use this diagram if they don't have it spelled out. So see, flip through them. Always got to look at all the cards first. Build a relationship. All right. So there you go. Some suggestion questions. Ooh, yay. Suggested spreads. Good thing to look for. 3 card. Ooh. 12. Okay. A yearly outlook. Ooh, a synergistic spread. Interesting. That one's cool. I may do that one. It suggests using the Rider-Waite deck, Smith-Waite deck. Always gotta put Pamela Smith in there, the artist. Represent. And Rider had nothing to do with it. That's my little soapbox. I'll die on that. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one for the spread at the end. So we're gonna do the synergy one. Let me go ahead and bring the deck over so I don't forget. Star at the bottom. Very nice, very auspicious. It's got little stars on the deck. Okay, so there we go. All right, so let's get into some of the cards. So we've got this. All right, so they have both upright and reversed. I always think it's good to read reversals personally, but everyone does their own. I think reversed, it's nice. It kind of shows like blockages in energy, or kind of like, it's definitely one thing to say, something is something. It's another thing to say something is not something. And I think that's like, sometimes you can get a lot of nuance by saying something isn't something rather than saying it is some other thing, because it's a place of emphasis. So, okay. So that sounds good. And they've got an affirmation to go with these. Ooh, 3, 6, 9. 3s, 6s, and 9s are considered perfect numbers in numerology. Anything with a 3. So that's one of my numbers I look for. I am meant to live a magical life. All right. So very good. Always good to say the affirmations 3 times, but we'll do that for the last one at the end. So, okay. So we're going to go ahead and, ooh, that was my shoulder popping. We're going to go ahead and flip through all of the cards. Let me go ahead and get these in frame here. And yeah, then I'll do a synergy reading at the end. Oh, and it's interesting I said the thing about Pamela Coleman Smith too, because she has a similar looking little signature symbol that she puts in all of her cards too. Okay, so awaken, harmony, action, stability. I like the meanings of the cards too. I feel like sometimes people get a little loose with the numerology, if you know what I mean. Shift, right? Change, very good. Revisit, interesting. Accountability, purpose. Reward, truth. All right, so those are all the base numbers with a little extra 69 thrown in there. So I guess these will be in kind of just like numerological order, which will be really nice, I hope, for looking up the cards, since you won't do alphabetical. Honestly, it would be a little whack if they did it alphabetically, because it is a numerology deck, but hey, you know, weirder things have happened. So let me scooch these up so you can see them. So, manifestation, progress. So yeah, okay, so they do reuse a lot of the same symbols, like it said in the book here, it just has the different colors. So, let me see, so let's do progress, okay. So the butterfly, so growth, transformation, and evolution makes sense with progress, and the colors are like orange, ooh, is that purple? I think that's purple. It's kind of like a indigo, and then like reddish, pinkish. So, okay, so orange is excitement, vitality, and laziness. So for progress, you need a little bit of excitement and vitality. We're going to call that blue. So that is tranquility, security, and fear. In order to progress, you have to feel secure. Makes sense. If it was purple, that would be spirituality, luxury, and mystery. Then I think this is definitely pink, because that's more red. And pink will be playfulness, health, and immaturity. So yeah, to have progress, you have to be a little bit playful with it, and you have to recognize that in order to progress, you are immature, you know, so you must mature to progress. So, okay, so that's cool. So that would be a good thing too, like if you pair it with some other decks, if some of the same like colors stand out to you, you could like use this as a color guide with it. So that could be a good way to incorporate it. Perseverance, alignment, very blue heavy cards here. That was serenity, feeling of peace. I think that's kind of like the base meaning of colors in like color theory, and also like chakra as well. So that's very nice. Support. I think the cards are very like pretty too. Like they're simple, but it's like I kind of like the way they do the gradients. It's very just like aesthetically pleasing. It's not just like, you know, it's like for this one they made the butterfly look a little bit glowy and stuff, rather than just like slapping, you know, just like a butterfly on there with some colors. Like it looks very nice. Relax. Yay, that's my card. 427, authenticity. So all right, I've waited to see this card. I'm gonna read this one. And the one right after it is protection. So everyone suffers from distrust and insecurity from time to time. Luckily, your angels are well aware of the depth of your inner fortitude. This is a sign of hope and encouragement, especially if you're doubting your abilities. Stay true to yourself, pay attention to your instincts and gut feelings. Your body will tell you when something isn't right for you. Be sure that what you do feeds your soul. I love that. I fed my soul by getting this deck. Hashtag capitalism. No, but like, you know, that's like authenticity. I think that's a nice one. I feel very honored and special that that's my birthday card. So, yay. All right, my little affirmation. I love the person I have worked so hard to become. I love that. I'm going to claim it 3 times. I love the person I have worked so hard to become. And I love the person I've worked so hard to become. So, very nice. All right, so we've got 444, protection on here. And the little symbol there is the crescent moon. Sorry, I'm just going to look that up really quick. So, spirituality, universe, and inspiration. With tranquility and spirituality and Oh, they don't have white, but I guess white's kind of like on all of them, so that'd be like purity or whatever. So, all right, there we go. Okay. So, rebellion, reshape. Oh, that's nice. Change. Yeah, I like these a lot. And I like that the like triple numbers are kind of like a more intense version of the double numbers we got earlier. So it was like, I think double 88 was like rewards, but this is abundance. Release. New beginnings. Oh, that's always, I love a 000. Oh my god, I just realized 420 for relax. Oh, how appropriate. Okay. Faith. Passion, more energy, more footwork. Does anyone else know that meme? My husband and I quote that from time to time. Make a wish. 1111, make a wish. Oh, I love that. So, leveling up. Choices. Very nice. Symbiosis. Potential. Awareness. Adventure. Bonds. I like that they have the kind of double numbers. I feel like those are important a lot too. I like palindrome numbers too. So if it's like if it was like a 1441, I think those are kind of fun because it's like it's like you enter into a specific energy and then you kind of exit back out to what you were like just in. So it's kind of like a little bloop, kind of before you go back in. I don't know if you saw the little thing my hand did there. Achievement. Okay. So twin flame. Yeah, really, really like the way the colors blend on these. Just very aesthetically pleasing, very modern. My VoIP can fit with like minimalistic decks, or I think even just like more ornate ones too. I like the colors again, just like a lot. I think the color palette they picked was very nice. You know, all of the individual colors like play well together. And the last one, Infinity. All the colors. So, all right, that is the deck. We have flipped through all of the cards. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle. It looked like 3 cards for the bridge. Let me see. So, okay, so the Oracle first, then the Tarot, and Solution. So it's kind of like a past, present, future. So it's like challenge, current obstacle, potential outcome. And then the bridges kind of are like the advice. Okay, cool. We can do that for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the tarot first, I guess. No, I want to do these first. It's this card's video. Let's let them shine. I guess I could even do these cards as the base and the tarot as the bridge, but we're going to use these as the bridge. We're going to use them how they recommended. Just because it's new, I want to mix it up a little more. They shuffle phenomenally. These are like, whatever specific card stock this is very nice. I like this a lot. Ooh, I say as I just sniff the bridge. Okay. Very nice. Gorgeous, beautiful, sexy. Okay, so it's said to not reveal. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. I didn't even cut the cards. There we go. There we go. This one, we'll leave those there. Okay. And so it said to not flip them over yet. So we're gonna do 3 face down. Card on the bottom of the deck. Synergy in reverse. No. Synergize my decks. More synergy, more passion. Did I even call in Spirit? I am calling in Spirit and Source to kind of help us through this reading here. I trust that Spirit has already laid out the cards that he did for us, as everything always works out as it normally should. And we're going to go ahead and put the Emperor up here. So I feel like the base reading will kind of be about the Emperor, this sense of kind of like structure and order. It's actually really interesting. I filmed another unboxing video earlier today. I probably already posted this though by the time this one is out. But it's for the Sacred Symbols Divination and Meditation Oracle deck. And this one, the card that came out was the Divine Masculine card, which is also one of the symbols in this ring here. It's kind of like the circle with just the top little crown here. The ring has like the triple goddess too. So the Divine Masculine. So it's interesting that the Emperor is coming up again today. So it's like more structure and order is being asked and needed. So, and how appropriate that kind of came out as I was needing a little bit more structure and order in this video too. So, there we go, cut the deck, and boop, and boop, and boop. And card on the bottom is the Moon in reverse. Gonna stick these up here, okay. So let's get into it. So first card here, we've got the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is all about moving very quickly. So this is kind of like the challenge or situation that you're in is kind of just, you're moving through things really quickly right now. And maybe the universe is asking you to slow down a little bit. The card right here is Bravery in reverse. So 717, so we're gonna get to see a reversal. Okay. So, have you been questioning whether you're heading in the right direction? If you're following your intuition, the universe's answer to that is an emphatic yes. You will never be sent something you don't have the capacity to handle. Those challenges, you never know until you get to the other side exactly what they were guiding you toward. Face down your fears with trust in your heart. And so the reversed here is running yourself around in circles, refusal to deal with the obstacles in your path, staying in your comfort zone, and lack of compassion for yourself and others. So with this being here and with the Eight of Wands being the main card, it's kind of like you're like rushing around kind of like almost in order to avoid something, avoid the like real thing that you're needing. It's like, you know, the Emperor is sitting, you know, he's stationary. He is able to lead because he is calm and at peace and secure and stable and can delegate. And so if you feel like you're having to do more than you can handle, you know, it may, whether this be at work or your home or any other aspect of your life, you know, it's like, rather than just kind of like avoiding the main issue and trying to work around it, you know, it can be nice to kind of like, you know, just like address it by either giving it what it needs, providing, you know, the structure, or, you know, like whatever it is that the situation is needing, like just very directly. Just, you know, sometimes the Emperor can be a little bit harsh too, but that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need to be a little bit harsh with something in order to kind of get it to do what it needs to do. Or even like with ourselves, you know, like self-discipline. There's kind of like a disciplinary thing with it, not necessarily harsh, but like discipline, like it just kind of has to be done sometimes. So, okay, so we've got that there. So for the next one here, it is the Page of Cups. So this is kind of like the current obstacle here. So the Page of Cups to me is all about being vulnerable. So it's like having a feeling that's kind of fresh and new and exciting, and you want to share it. And it's kind of like scary sometimes to have to share that thing. Or again, you know, if there's a challenge or let's say a situation with somebody in your life, maybe the Emperor is a masculine type person in your life, or someone who has very strong, we'll say like stubborn masculine qualities to them. The sign, zodiac sign associated with this is Aries, so it can be that kind of just like rushes into things at first a little bit, you know, kind of type vibe. But with it being there, it can be scary to kind of share whatever this thing is that you're needing to be a little brave about. But let's go ahead and see what the bridge is. So yeah, I think I pulled all of these maybe in reverse. I won't peek ahead, which is fine. You know, I think reversals add to nuances in readings. So that's cool. That's cool that that's coming through. And so the thing for this is faith. So 10-10. So support is always there for you, from your loved ones and from the very universe itself. When you feel overwhelmed or mired in negativity, this number may make its way to you. Let this gentle reminder sink in. You have the tools you need to see it through. Your comfort zone will always be there when you need it, but you should step outside of it more often. Growth requires movement and bravery. Remember, you are safe and supported. And so, with it being in reverse, the feeling is feeling like you've already failed before you try, pushing away the support you're offered, and hiding away from the world, self-doubt, and pessimism. So, that kind of makes a lot of sense, even with that being paired with the Page of Cups, because it's all about that cup, that thing being offered. So it's like pushing away the support you're offered, hiding away from the world, self-doubt, and pessimism. That could be one of the reasons, or particularly I think for the context of this reading though. Sorry if you can hear my cat meowing. He wants to go outside. He already went outside today. I'll take him outside again later, Chi. It's fine. Okay, feeling like you've already failed before you try. I feel like a lot of times one of the reasons why we don't kind of share things or tell people things that kind of like we need to sometimes is because you know, we feel like it won't be well received, or we feel like it can be scary sometimes to have to just kind of like be vulnerable, and sometimes we're not ready to be vulnerable yet, and that's fine too. But I think with this, you know, this is the main obstacle here, is that feeling of kind of like retreating inward. It's like not sharing, not being willing or able to be vulnerable right now in this position. And we're going to see what the suggested solution to that is. The Chariot. So interesting. So it started with the Eight of Wands, which is about moving forward, and it's kind of like a quick, fast-paced card too. The solution is also a card that's about moving forward, the Chariot. It's interesting though. So it's like the Eight of Wands is a minor arcana card, so it's kind of like moving forward with kind of like it's like not necessarily like lower vibrational like wants or desires or needs, but it's like the Eight of Wands does represent kind of like the like element of earth situated in Malkuth. Okay, so it's like the like I don't want to get like so into this, but it's like tarot is based on the Kabbalah. Basically it's like there's these different planes of existence, and just Malkuth, the one at the bottom, which is kind of like where all the minor arcana come from, have the four elements in it. And so those are kind of like, you know, it's like the world divided into these four different segments, so it's kind of like a fraction of a whole. The major arcanas are the pathways that kind of connect the different Sephiroth to each other, and so it's like that is like a soul aspect that's like a full complete thing. It's almost like you have like these smaller desires, or like these smaller things that are kind of getting in the way of like these bigger things here. You know, I feel like there's like one particular reading coming out of this, but I think there's also a couple of different messages for some different people too. But so moving forward with this thing, and I think kind of also too, when you do move forward with this, it's like recognizing that it's like this has a bigger aspect to it, or it's like I think when you share this thing with this person, it's going to feel like it's just about maybe these little things, but in reality you're kind of making a bigger shift than you may realize. Or it could even be that a bigger shift is necessary than maybe what you were thinking before, and that's why it's been so difficult to offer this, is because you know it's like the thing that you would be offering isn't really the full total solution quite yet. Okay, so last but not least, we've got the Achievement card, again also in reverse. So okay, so 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, hold up. Take a second right now to appreciate all your efforts thus far. You pour your entire self into your passions, and it is commendable. Still, sometimes you need to remember to give yourself a pat on the back. This is a sign that all the work you've put in will reap amazing rewards and bring a lovely sense of fulfillment. Just remember to practice gratitude and celebrate your talents along the way. So, and the reverse for this is overwork and stress wearing you down, ignorance and arrogance, unappreciative attitudes, racing to an end goal without appreciating the journey. And so that kind of makes a little bit of sense with the kind of like rushing cards here. It's like that could even be one of the reasons why it's kind of like a little bit difficult for you to share this thing, is like it's almost like you're having difficulty addressing it, and so it's like you're kind of just trying to like rush past it. It's like you're still in that avoidant territory with it. And so it's like, you know, if you keep avoiding it or pretending it's not there, that's not going to fix the thing or give you a solution really. The only way you can get there is by, I think, pausing a little bit and kind of like sitting in it and really feeling how you feel about it, and then moving forward from there. And sometimes it can be scary even to just kind of have that pause, because it's like, no, I don't want to sit with my feelings. Like, you know, it's like they're uncomfortable. Like, I don't want that. But a thing that I've learned through personal experience is just kind of like, once you do sit with it, it's almost just like such a relief, because, you know, it's like you're never not thinking about it, or it's like, you know, it's that little thing that keeps popping up in the back of your mind. So it's like by avoiding trying to think about it, you actually cause yourself to think about it a lot more, and that can be stressful, because then it's just like this unfinished thing popping back up, and it's like, oh my god, it's scary, I haven't done it yet. And then it, you know, you think about something else, and then it comes back up and it's like, oh my god, it's scary, when it's like you could just do it, you know. And I struggle with that too. This reading's for me too, you know, they always are. So yeah, that's what the reading has for us. Card on the bottom of the deck, I'll do the oracle first, is the moon in reverse. So moon in reverse, about not respecting the proper timing of things, not going with the natural ebb and flow that things need to be. And that makes a lot of sense with synergy in reverse, but let's go ahead and see what that one is. Alright, so recognize that everything is a cycle. Light and shadow, day and night, good and bad, it's all a balance. No one is just one thing, nor are we lone islands. Establish a network of mutual support in your communities. Creation begins with an idea, but it becomes infinitely more beautiful with collaboration. This is a sign of strengthening bonds this is a sign of strengthening bonds of newly forged connections and standing by your friends. So, reversed is isolating yourself, spiraling out, allowing bad days to discourage you from trying, letting imbalances and injustice be someone else's problem, and keeping your loved ones at arm's length. So, you know, and I feel like that could definitely be one of the things that you're doing by just kind of like rushing through things or avoiding things, is it's kind of like, you know, with this kind of distance that I'm feeling here, you know, a lot of times people kind of do that, or they develop that due to coping mechanisms from like early childhood and stuff, to get into the psychology and therapy of it. So it's like, you know, it's like a lot of times when we keep people at arm's length, it's because we didn't get or somebody didn't get, you know, the appropriate amount of love or attention they needed as a child. And so when they do get that amount, that is, you know, an acceptable or normal or even just like healthy amount, you know, it can feel off-putting because it's so unfamiliar or foreign, and it can feel a little like too much to some people. And so I think, you know, if that is the case, that's fine. You know, it's like the only bad thing about it is just that it happened to you. You know, it's like the only tragedy here is just that it's like you weren't loved enough at a young age. So it's like you feel like you have to keep people at an arm's length, when it's like, you know, when somebody's given all the things that they need when they need it, it's like things do flow a little bit more cohesively. And that's not your fault. It's just, you know, what it is. And I think kind of like, you know, again, sitting with that and recognizing that, that's the only way to heal that. If you keep running from it or avoiding it, you know, it's just going to keep popping up or manifesting in all of these other little ways. So there you go. That is what I have for you guys. And that is the Angel Number Oracle deck. So I like that one a lot. I think it's got a lot of really good insight to it. I like the colors for it. I like the little thing they have in the beginning. And I like that I opened up to 420. And I like that they have the upright and the reverse, and I like that they give like multiple bullet points for it too. So it's not just like this is the one interpretation of 420, or I'll skip to a different one, of 99. You know, it's like this is kind of like the different ways you could interpret it, and I think that also gives a little bit more leeway for if you have a particular association, like, you know, everybody's stories are their own, and so, you know, oh gosh, like I had one friend in college who I think it was like his lucky number was 19. That was his luckiest number in the whole world was 19. He put it in everything, or 29 or something. And so it's like, you know, it's like, it's when something comes up like that, it's like when, especially if you're like a reader, you know, like me, where you read for other people, it's like people are drawn to you and your energy because of the particular stories that you have and the associations and things that you have to draw from in your readings. And so you might have that particular message that somebody is needing. And so if you share that little personal association with it, you know, that could be the thing that somebody's actually looking for in a reading. Which is maybe why I had to read my birthday card, but and I just really wanted to do that. But, you know, it's like, I think this can be a really good versatile deck, and I think kind of like every reader can kind of have their own unique take on it, because every reader kind of has their own unique take on numerology. Even though there is the kind of base for it, you know, there's like a little bit of personality with it too. So yeah, there you guys go. I like this a lot. You will probably be seeing it a lot in my upcoming videos. And if you like this deck and you would like to support me, I do sell this on my website, shemin-studios.com, which will be linked down below in the description. And I also sell all of the other decks that I use. I think that's just like fun. I used to watch a lot of readers on YouTube, and like I would try to find what decks they had, and then I would go out and buy them. And so if I could have bought from them directly to support them, I would have preferred to have done that. So I would like to have that in case anybody else also feels the same. And yeah, so there we go. That's the deck. Let me know what you guys think about it, or if anything stood out to you in the reading that you would like to share with the rest of the class that you think could also help somebody else based on your personal experience. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.